Okay. I think I'm unmuted this time. Hi, Lantis. Hey, Pico. So, I'm actually starting this one out a little bit different. And there's a reason for that. So, long and short of it is basically that. I gotta adjust my mic real quick. So, long and short is basically when I was doing some. Oh, hi, Sasha. Long and short of it is I was doing some grinding in TXR. I got everything I needed from the car upgrades to like the skills and everything. And in doing a test run of one of the bosses to see how well a combination of skills worked, I beat the boss. And I did that on accident. And so I kind of got into it and I ended up being the boss. And Sasha, I think I told you this. I had been recording all of it, like the entire grinding session, and at some point the recording crashed, which sucks because I wanted to like upload it as like a part, like a half part essentially. Because I was right, it was boring as shit. Because it was, I think, a solid 3, almost 4 hours that I spent that. Well, Pico, that's a compliment to me. I like her. But anyway, the point is, the recording crashed. I salvaged the one part that fucking mattered, which was literally like the last 3 minutes where I was doing that final boss fight. And I wanted to show it off on stream because it didn't feel right to, you know, like have this be done and not, you know, have it recorded or anything, which is part of why I was recording it for like the half part to upload anyway. So, I'm just gonna show this off and I'm just gonna let it speak for itself because keep in mind, like when I hit record, I like had realized maybe 2 seconds earlier that the recording had crashed for who knows how long. Okay. I'm at least finding a strategy that works. And I'll go over like kind of everything that was happening because a lot of it happens very quickly, as you can imagine. I did also take a Claritin Pico, so my sinuses are a little bit better. There's a lot of cars here. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the only part that really matters, but point is, I had mentioned a strategy. Like, the entire race takes part on just this little straight over here. And what I had found is, because the race itself starts like around here, because that's where they were spawned in, there's like this curve that goes around here. Like right down there. And then, because I'm able to get to about here, there are 2 specific turns on this part of the C1 loop that were the most detrimental to me, but also the AI. And that's this first big turn here that we're on, which I needed these 2 guys to be here, Lucifer and Ryoma, because if they weren't here at this point, it was just a wash. Like, this entire last part of it is basically a straightaway. And if I lose it, I can't get it back at that point. Because, like, even with the upgrades and everything, it was still a pain in the ass. And so I do kind of want to go back, because, like, watch Lucifer, he's going to crash into this car back here. I think the reason why the AI does this, the reason why Lucifer goes wide here, is because I think he has a blocker AI. And this is like something that I had found out in multiple previous attempts, is that Lucifer will always go wide to block your path in the other lane so Ryoma can just keep getting further ahead. And so I don't think I recognized it in the moment, but this car was here, but the AI doesn't really care about that. The AI just sees there's a way for the player to get around, so I need to block this route. And what ends up happening is I boost because I already see what's going to happen. Lucifer's going to wreck himself into that car, and that's exactly what happens. And Steelheart is pretty easy to beat, all things considered. They just have a regular AI. You can beat them if you just get ahead, and that's all I needed to worry about. Because in this fight, the way it works is, since it's an intrusion battle, you get Steelheart down to like half, the other 2 show up, and Steelheart's back to full, which sucks ass. But the only real difficult part about this whole fight is Ryoma, because Ryoma just guns it and gets as far ahead as possible, whereas Lucifer is trying to block you and all of your routes. And even though Steelheart is the main, boss you're trying to fight, it doesn't matter if Steelheart wins, because if Ryoma gets away and wins, then you still lose. So I needed to catch up to Ryoma. Ryoma's the only one that matters here. Steelheart is now far enough behind that they're starting to take damage. Lucifer just fucked themselves because they crashed into the back of that car. And so now I have to boost to catch up to Ryoma and hopefully pass them. Because this is actually where the second, difficult ass turn comes in. Because we got the straightaway. I have that opening to the side. That opening to the side is important because half the time there's a car in the other lane that I just can't risk, even getting close to. Because what I found is that in the Z, this, Z34, this thing will bounce off walls, and it doesn't just bounce. If you tap a wall wrong, it just spins you out. So I had to take as many precautions as I could to make sure that I just hit as few things as possible. And then we come up to, that turn, because this wall comes at you extremely fast, and if you take the turn or try to overcorrect into the left lane, you will just eat this wall. Ask me how I know. I didn't do it 1,000 times or anything, practicing this boss fight. But the important thing to note is that if we watch Ryoma, he's the white number down here, it instantly turned green. And I just want to cut to here again, because Ryoma crashed into that car. That's the important thing about this turn. Even more important than how fast the wall comes at you. Cars just feel like they appear after that turn, because it's not a hard turn. It's what comes afterwards. So you can smash into a car if this area is busy, or you can smash into the wall if you try to overcorrect on your exit from the turn. And after that, it's just a matter of really just killing Ryoma, because they're all just gone at this point. Lucifer's over 400 meters away, because he's already dead. Ryoma is somewhere in the 200s, so is Steelheart. Neither of them are catching up in time. A lot of cars here. Then for this race, there were a lot of cars. There were some races I got on this where there was nothing. Just straight up nothing. And if there's no, NPC AI cars to lock them, sometimes this race is a pain in the ass. Oh my god. And so this entire race, I just want to put this back into perspective. It starts here. We went from here to here. It's not even 2 miles of road. That entire race happens in a minute. Hi Ash. I know I'm doing a lot of yapping, but I did a boss fight off stream and I accidentally won it, and I just felt like I had to show it off. And I kind of wanted to explain just how much kind of goes on in a single minute of this game. But anyway, that was it. There's a little bit more at the end, but that's just more me talking about what I just said now, honestly. And Ash, I don't know if you were here for the start of that little bit, but oh man, that was the last 3 minutes of about a 3-4 hour recording session. Because what had happened was I was recording everything to upload later as a half part, because I was right, the grinding was boring as shit and it wasn't fun to watch. And at some point the recording crashed. So that was all that I could salvage, because I just was oh shit, it stopped, start recording. Because that was the only free chance I would have had in that boss fight, is the intro cutscenes. Alright, and now you guys go back there. Oh, flashbang. There we go. But yeah, that was fun. I was glad to get the boss fight done, if nothing else, even if... yes. That is the Daito logo. It's a... You're thinking of the Jade Rabbit. And it is a scout rifle. Yeah, sure, Pico. I'd love that. Yes, and the twin-tailed fox, or the two-tailed fox. Which actually has a catalyst to be a three-tailed fox because it shoots a third rocket that is arc on top of Void and Solar. Alright. I'm gonna go back to the garage now. Yeah, no worries, Ash. That's alright. Also, yes, if you noticed from last stream, it jumped from like 101 to 127 because I spent so many days just like testing different things and shit. And the stats of the RX-7 are a little bit different now too. I'm actually gonna hide chat for like 1 second so I can show that off. So like insane speed increase, like up by 50, big torque increase, big, well not big, but power increase. No worries, Pico. You be safe. But yeah, no, Ash, I went into the time chamber for a little bit. And in terms of perks, I did get a couple new cars. I was able to get all the new upgrades. The only thing I'm missing are what I need for the final boss fight right now. And I can get a few more things. One thing I did get was Heart of Steel. It says it nullifies damage from Center of Attention, but I think it's bugged. Because I think instead of like whatever it's supposed to do, also I just realized, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I totally didn't forget to mute and unmute certain things. But I think instead of, yeah, no, it's very expansive. But essentially, instead of like outright nullifying damage from Center of Attention, I think it just does like a little bit. Like, it's probably more like 90%, but it is definitely not nullified. It still does a massive chunk, so it is still very deadly. Thank you, Nitrous. I am actually aware of that, though. I do appreciate the tip, though, nevertheless. I mean, unfortunately, there's not really, like, a best, like, RX-7 build or whatever. It's literally just get all the upgrades. Like, that's literally kind of it. Because there's no, like, different like intakes or exhausts or anything like that. It's all just a level. The only thing that you can really customize are engines when you get the engine swap upgrade, but this costs like 3,000 BP, so it is like an end game of end game thing. Oh, like what to get first? So everything is kind of tiered. Like whatever you see up here is like probably not going to get you very far. Like you're not reaching the end of the game with like the Suzuki Swift, for example. Because like where it says like the front wheel drive i6 turbo, that last number is basically the speed metric number. That's more or less what you look at before you buy the car. It's kind of like the big thing. Because like one thing that's worth looking at is like this WRX SCI has a speed metric of 303. But if I go up here to this guy, this one has a 327.58. So, like, in terms of just a pure speed number, it's faster than this one. That doesn't mean you can't upgrade it and it is better, but it's also just about, like, car feel, how you tune it, stuff like that as well. Because some cars just feel better than others for some people. Like, I've seen a lot of people use this Fairlady Z ST, but with how the other Fairladies have handled, I'm probably not as interested in it as I have been with the RX-7. And that RX-7 is right here, actually. So it's not an endgame car anymore like it used to be, but it's still very fast, it's still very powerful, and it is still worth, you know, using. But as you also notice, I have some Type Rs, which are faster than the RX-7. That said, I still really like the RX-7. I love it a lot. I at least want to give another try or two against the Kurosaki's before I actually like give up using it. Because it's fun. It's a fun car. It's probably one of my favorite in the game now. So if nothing else, I want to, you know, use it. Or at least get as far as I can with it. Also, I just realized I didn't change my build from the grinding setup I had on. So, oops. I mean, it's a max damage build, so like it's not gonna hurt to use it. Oh god, there's an ad. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, it could still do some work. The issue is that they just have like Steelheart, which was the thing I was talking about before that nullifies center of attention. So I don't know if you guys, I kind of want to pause for a second because I want to talk about this. This is some tech I actually picked up when I was doing my grinding. I don't know if you guys saw it, but when the HUD part turned up, like up here to tell you which route to go, I turned on my turn signal and it changed the route. Because where I'm going is basically a straightaway. Instead of bringing me into the C1 loop where it is my weakest, I can instead go on the straightaway. The only reason this is good for me is because I am shit at the C1 loop. And it also lets me kind of stretch my nitrous quite a bit as well. It's not a perfect straightaway because you can kind of see the corner coming up down there. But it works. Yes, turning on the hazards can also stop the race. I forget if it counts as like a loss or not. I think it does, but it's also kind of a nice way to like exit out of the race instead of like just leaving for the garage. Hey. Uh, so I did learn the routes. The main thing to really remember is that like the south half of the map is primarily straightaway, and the top half is primarily corners. Because the C1 loop is pretty much the entire top half of the map, and the I just call it the downbound and the upbound for the south half. I can talk, I promise. I'm just very excited now because I struggled so much on this last part. Like I think there was a good almost like half hour to like an hour where like the stream was just me like fighting and losing the last two boss fights, and now I got them done. And I'm just here like, was it the upgrades? Am I better? Like, what happened? But like, hey, it's done. I'm happy. I'll take it. So this is your true strength. We gave it everything we had, but we still lost. I don't know about true strength. I feel like I did nothing to earn that victory. I fucking changed the route on you guys. Not bad for a rookie, I'll give you that. Our leader, the second Snake Eyes, he's been expecting a racer like you to emerge. After all, you're the perfect bait to draw out Swift Emperor. Apparently, Swift Emperor only cares about new challengers. To drag him back onto the battlefield, we need a sacrifice. But damn, with this, Phantom 9 is down to just Namahage. How pathetic. Relentless Pursuer doesn't seem to know about them. Also, yes, I changed my nickname. I don't know how I got it. It's a special nickname. I don't want to get rid of it because it just sounds really cool. Also, I'm going to sneeze this ad because, like, it's a cutscene time. Something about him working somewhere. No, this is not New Game Plus. This is all, like, first time playthrough. Like, I deleted my old save specifically to start new, just to, like, experience everything from the start of early access to the full game. His former name was Purple Meteor, legendary street racer before Swift Emperor. He's also Swift Emperor's mentor. Yes, a traitor who sided with Snake Eyes against his own disciple. Quite the interesting character, don't you think? Listen, I just want to know what happened to Eternal Polaris. Like, did she get shot or some shit? Because, like, the cutscene at the end of one of the previous parts was, like, very heavy. Sacrifice every soul by command of those lurking in vengeance shadow. Assassins strike again and again. With every attack repelled, every blow deflected, the targeted soul grows purer and purer. No, please don't spoil it. I'm really into this story and I want to, like, learn on my own, you know? It's the nightmare playing out again, a ritual to resurrect the lost legend. Chains of obsession sink into the pitiful sacrifice's throat, never to let go. Hey, $10 million. As if money means anything in this game. Well, first victory bonus of 40 BP isn't bad, I guess. Oh, and I did that without the tuner. Fuck yeah, that's right. I had to use the tuner to beat Steelheart. Oh shit, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected to lose and be like, oh, I have a secret weapon. And it's just the fucking Honda Civic 22. Because, like, this thing has some power, man. Like, 463 versus the 380. And, like, I don't know what it is, but I genuinely like how the Honda feels in this game. Like, this Honda feels so fucking good. I do want to see what I can do with the RX-7 before I, like, fall back into the Honda, though. I want to see at least what I can do or how far I might be able to go with it, you know? Nice smug emo dash. Alright. But since the ad's about to start in like a minute anyway, I'm just gonna let that go and I'm just gonna use it as a chance to like get some water and stuff. The aura on the boss is peak. Hell yeah. The aura is probably one of my like favorite parts of, I want to say character design, but that's not right, but like you know what I mean. I think the aura is really cool in this game. It just seems like a really nice touch, especially for the characters who need it. Like with the rematch of Melancholic Angel. Alright, but yeah. At time for a little bit. And I will just let that go. Ah, shit. Muted. Fuck. Alright, well, anyway. So to recap that, I return with water. Now the cars are the characters. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about most car animes. Then yeah, the music is still on because I wanted to wait for the ads to be like over. Or for me to at least get like the Twitch notification that the ads are over. Oh my god, Lantis, that's a really cute emote. Alright. Mute that. Focus on the game. There we go. All right. So I know I've defeated these guys already, so I'm not 100% sure why they're up here. Oh, there's a lot of new people again. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of new people. Holy shit. So Rise of a New Generation only has one team. They're all on the map. Are they... Ah, shit. Well, they're a C1 loop team. I'll just have to deal with that. Top level. Has some parking garage. Freeway, parking garage. Legend, also parking garage. Okay. Neo Limited, they're all on the map. Are they? Yeah, so they're upbound, downbound. To the limit. Also look like a C1 loop team. Unlimited. Mostly upbound, downbound. There might be some people that are in the top loop. But I kind of want to do G&K Racing just because Rise of a New Generation is like all on the map. And they're like the only team here. Because like I already defeated the Hasegawa Angels. So I don't know why they're even on this list other than they just weren't before. Gotta kill 50 men cotton style. I mean, more or less, because, like, all these question marks are new people to race. The salty run back. I mean, hey, at least I didn't have to do that this time, I guess. Who's, like, the nearest to one? You are. Yeah, Cotton Hill. Yeah, he killed 50 men and lost his shins for his trouble. Not that he was much taller in the flashbacks from what I remember. I absolutely mistimed that Just Excel. Oh, well, that sucked. I'm not gonna eat up my nitrous for this. Yeah, there it goes. Honestly, from what I've heard, the new season is pretty much more King of the Hill. Which I would argue is a good thing. Oh, well, he ran into the barrier. Sucks for that guy. Just went full insanity and used perks that made your nitrous and tires last longer? Okay. My, like, thought process for whatever reason has always just been anything that doesn't increase your damage is a waste of the skill points. Just because it's like, in the early game, it's so easy to get ahead that I just kind of got a false impression of what skills were actually good. And like, while this skill setup is like amazing for doing a lot of damage very quickly, it is absolutely hell if you're not investing in something a little more defensive or giving you back more life. Because like, there is that one skill which is basically just you literally cannot die as long as you have boost. Or as long as you're boosting, rather. And like, there's also the one where you heal for as long as you do damage, which is pretty good, I would argue. But it is one of those things where it's like, certain combinations are just very powerful. They just ignore that. They just have to be used properly, I feel like. Well, thank you, Ash. Oh, that's a lot of text. If you're already doing damage, it almost seems overkill, I think. Everyone just has their own preferences and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, like, my thought process is just, it's a matter of, if you can take them out faster, then you don't need defensive skills. That was my thought process at the start of the game. And I think it still holds true, even into as far as I've made it. But it also is very much like, if you focus on cartooning mainly for turns, that's fair. I abhor the C1 loop because I'm just bad. Gonna go work being stupid. Alright, Sasha. Hope work sorts itself out. But like, I'm just bad at turns. I always have been. It's more a skill issue than anything else, I feel like. I've definitely gotten better throughout playing the game. But I am like, by no means a cornering expert or some shit. Like, the south half of the map is basically my home. Just long straights, fast cars. Comes at the cost for looks. But correct me if I'm wrong, but the arrow doesn't do anything in this game. So I don't know exactly how it would come at the cost of looks. Like, genuinely. No, not the arrow? Is it the tires, like the tire width? Hey, there we go. Just needed to give him a little tap. The wheels went in the tuning settings. So like, probably like tire width, the toe, the camber, all that kind of stuff, right? Okay. I mean, I might play around with that stuff a little bit, but probably not too crazy. At least right now, I feel like I've got something pretty solid, or at least solid enough that I have a handle on. But I know I could definitely stand to, like, learn more about the tuning in this game in general. Like, especially with the gears and everything. Gears are something I've struggled to tune with in, like, every racing game. Next guy's a little bit ahead. Which way are they going, though? Left, okay. Bonk. Hi, Lantis. Y'all taking notes over there? There might be a test on this later. Oh, that was that entire team. Oh shit, I didn't realize that. Okay. Nope. Fuck you. A test while I'm doomed. Is that a Wanderer I already know about down there? Yeah, that's Immortal Clown. So there's them, but they're on the other side of the loop. I guess I could start going down the downbound too, once I get back over there. Oh, Club Garuda. Oh shit, okay. Parking garage, parking garage. You're south, you're south. You're also south. Wow, you're all south, okay. Yeah, that's cool and all, but what garage are y'all in? The higher tier cars you use, the better those higher tier cars will turn because of their rim width? Oh, okay. That's good to know. I'm genuinely tempted to just turn the other way because it's going to be faster to, like, get to this parking garage than it is to, like, go all the way down and around. I mean, it's not like the game cares what direction you drive anyway. I'm dodging most of the cars, like, you know, 80% of them for the most part. Oh, okay, well, I don't really have an excuse for that one. I just kind of slammed the corner into the wall there. Because, yeah, there's the parking area there. No, I can't get into the parking area from this side, can I? Fuck. I actually might have to go back. Yeah, because I think it was further back, wasn't it? Well. Yeah, there it is. Lonely Wolf, you're on C1, won't give rookies like me the time of day. You need to have 500 battles under your belt. I think I am well beyond 500 battles at that point. I don't know how you wouldn't be at this point in the game. Something fun, that guy gives me sketchy vibes. Call himself a multimedia producer, no one knows what he actually does. You want to catch his eye? Look flashy as hell, like plaster your body in finals or something. Oh, is this the rival that needs, like, the Wanderer that needs, like, you to have 40 layers of vinyl on your car or whatever? Alright, so all of you I've beaten already. I'm going to start by refilling my nitro. Change my tires. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, if you need help, Ash, just say the word. Alright. Oh, so y'all are down there, okay. Yeah, let's just fast travel to here. Ah, another timid man. FD Tomo-san will accept your challenge. Get yourself an FD. It's FD Tomo-san we're talking about here. Okay, thanks, dickhead. Oh, well, there they are. Okay, I guess. For a while about you, the guy who knows got FD scared you can run away if you want. Yeah, I mean, what level are you again? Oh, you're 21. I might be able to beat you, maybe. It is a straightaway. There's a racing RPG you want to try out? Oh yeah, what's that? Yeah, I might as well give it a shot. No reason not to. Whoop. I almost dropped my shaker. That was gonna be really bad. Everything's okay. Thankfully there's not water all over my desk. Alright, FT Tomo-san, let's see what you got. Okay, this guy might be a little bit faster than I expected. Oh, cool. Okay. I think I made him swerve out and crash into the car. You might just shake the shaker a little bit. Oh, yeah, Ash. Wait a minute, that's strange. That's strange. There's no way that's true. I think we'll understand if we battle again. I don't know, though. Bro, I barely won that shit. What are you on about? Like, that battle took a third, like, what, a quarter of my tires? Kawagami Handsome. I feel like I remember what your thing is, and it's annoying as shit. Level 16, level 17. You know what? Sure, fuck it. Why not? I'll fight you and your stupid ass Lexus. They say beyond driving, you'll reach the ultimate happy driver's high. Do you really think something like that exists? I don't know, but chasing that is why I drive. How about you join me in searching for the driver's high? I mean, Ash, there's something like that. It's not quite just like a full-on, anime girl livery, but there is a team called Team Moe that whose like logo is like a maid cafe girl. I think it's like the first introduction you have into like races that aren't just one-on-one, because that's like the first team you fight, and so far it's the only team that's had this gimmick where you have to beat them one after another. Like the Kurosaki brothers are like the only other kind of like main story race that uses that same gimmick. Yeah, no, I know the feeling, Ash. You're also more in like an area of Florida where that's a little more common, though, I feel like. Because I'm in like one of the college towns, and so like I don't see a lot of that. I see a lot of anime stickers on cars. I unfortunately don't see a lot of like more tricked out cars, which kind of sucks. I would love to see more of those here. If for no other reason, just to like do the peace sign thing at like the at like the side of the car or whatever, you know what I mean? Where you like crouch down, you take the selfie that's like way out, and you just get like the side profile of the car. I'm Sports Slayer around the Shuto Expressway. These days I'm pretty well known. I have no idea who the fuck you are, dude, but okay. If you want to connect with someone I can help, or are you saying you want to battle me? Brother, you have a taxi. Are you trying to be like Suzuki Taichi or some shit? That's a reference all of like 4 people will understand. I kind of hope people get that joke though, because that's like the dumbest fucking reference I think I could have made. Bye bye. Suzuki Taichi. He drives a taxi. He's like a an action JRPG protagonist. Don't worry, Ash. Don't worry. It's okay if you don't get it. To be fair, most people wouldn't. Because, like, the series is only very recently getting, like, the 3rd game in the series remade. Which is, like, really cool, even though that joke comes from, like, the 5th game. I don't need consolation, I still have it next time, right? I mean, I don't know, dude. Probably. Are you gonna be here? Oh, Jesus, you're level 29. Oh, fuck no, I cannot fight you. I will literally lose the second Go shows up. Maybe Nitrous, but would've, but might be AFK. So the D level at the top up here is my, like, driver level. I am level 18. And for reference, level 30 is, like, the max in the game. And this dude is level 29. Yeah. Because, like, for reference, by the time you hit, like, endgame, most of your races are taking place at, like, 400 kilometers an hour. From what little I've seen of, like, the races and stuff, most of your endgame races are, like, super fucking fast. Like, we're talking breaking, like, 250, 300, over 300 miles an hour. Yeah. And, like, I can set the game to Imperial units, which is, like, the miles per hour and miles and everything. But it doesn't change any of, like, the tooltips or anything in the menus or anything. Like, no one's living in one of those accidents? No. And there's a funny thing with the way some of the cars handle in this game, too, where we kind of saw it with Mountain Man last stream, where some of the cars just behave very weird once they get to higher speeds, because, like, they will just slam and ping pong off of walls and shit, and they will still carry a lot of their speed and momentum. So, like, it gets really weird once you hit, like, those higher speeds. Oh, damn. Out in the salt flats, too. That shit sucks. So you all are going the other way, which sucks because that means the only way I can go is the parking garage up there and try to catch them down here. And that's assuming that both of these two are, like, bosses and that I don't have to, like, fight this one to do that. Yeah, no, people take some wild shit out there to the salt flats, and, like, the salt flats themselves already will, like, eat you alive, let alone whatever car you bring out there. And, like, the speeds those people get at, too. Like, if you turn a wheel slightly wrong, and that car, like, gets the slightest inch off the ground, you're just gonna flip. And, like, there's nothing you can do about that. Because, like, at the speeds these guys are just, like, trying to go, like, everything is out of those cars. Everything that isn't structurally important is gone a lot of the time. Yeah, because both of those would take me down there, so the only thing I can really do is up here. It's gold license. Yeah, right, Ash? Where it is Neo limited challenge, unlimited to battle. So they're finally going at it again. What I heard was that Freeway approached 2 Limit about a joint crew session. What they actually want to do is run together and prove they're superior. In other words, relentless pursuers throwing everyone's balance out of whack. If you want to take on Hydro Drift and Ninja, that's a name, I guess. You need a Shiga license plate. Yeah, Shiga's where the Coco Ninja Village is at. Shiga, I heard about that. Okay. Say hydrant. It's working. Oh my fucking god, does this dude have a smokescreen gimmick as well? It's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. That was already annoying as shit when Rumored Rider did that shit. I swear to god, if more people have that, I'm gonna crash out. That shit was already bad enough with one person having it. Also, I don't know if it's a translation thing, but fuck this guy in particular. Because Tragic Matterhorn wants to fight anyone with a Fair Lady Z. He only wants to fight people with a Z33, not a Z34, not an ST, a Z33. But everyone in the game, including Tragic Matterhorn himself, will tell you he only wants to race against a Fair Lady Z. Not the specific one, which is a pain in the ass if you just want to buy one because you don't care about anything else other than the race. Anyway, Micro ran over. I'm just gonna race this person now. Oh wait, are you okay being on camera? I'm live streaming right now. See, the camera's behind you. Racing Lagoon. That sounds interesting. I will have to check that out, Lantis. I'll be honest, it would be really fun if they like modeled one of those like GoPro sticks onto the back windshield of her car just for this one bit. That she's like a racing live streamer, you know? Okay, yeah, this build is still very good. Can't beat Tarmac Suzuki. That's a nickname, I guess. I tried Jim Kana the other day and it suited me. Thinking about changing my main field. I want Battle to blow away these worries. Will you fight me? Sure. Okay, man. You were just saying words at me. I'm just here to race, bro. Like, your main character's like talking to me in this game. You're just here to race, man. The Expressway isn't so easy that you can win with worries weighing you down. You know what? True that, homie. No new combos there. I'm just gonna refill because it kind of doesn't matter. Like, you get more than enough money to cover both of those in just one race anyway. So where are these guys now? You're there, you're there, you're there. So you're all still pretty close together. I didn't mean to go back to the parking garage. Oh shit, that's right, this isn't... Fuck, god damn it. Shit. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, my only other way to do that is to like go back to the garage and take like one of the inns that's over here. If I want to just fight Garuda. Oh, well, whatever. I'll just fight whoever I see. There's no reason to like dedicate just to one storyline. I have to do them all anyway. Should race you, except it's the Twisted Metal rules. Isn't that just like a demolition derby at that point? Like, isn't the Twisted Metal saga essentially just a whole bunch of demolition derbies to the death? Yeah, Mortal Kombat on wheels. Demolition derby. Bye. The only thing I really remember about Twisted Metal is that, like, the whole thing is that if you win, you're supposed to get one wish. And from what I remember, that wish is basically, like, aside from a few instances, it's either just not granted or it's just, like, twisted in some way. Aside from, like, a few instances of where people actually get exactly what they want with, like, no side effects. Like, it's all supposed to be like a monkey's paw, basically. Yeah, I can take your lunch money real quick. I will say, I remember one, like, very specific Twisted Metal character, and it's, like, the dude who's, like, whose limbs are harnessed just into one giant wheel, basically. And, like, obviously there's, Sweet Tooth, I think is his name. Or, no, Sweet Tooth is the car, I think. I could have sworn that Sweet Tooth was like, you know what? I don't know nearly enough about Twisted Metal to say anything about that with any amount of confidence. Also, I took that turn like way too wide because I didn't even try to brake. Yeah, this combo is a little bit good. Oh yeah, as long as I can get ahead of people, it works. I am very curious to see if Genki actually, like, changes how powerful they are, or just how they stack, or something like that. Because it is kind of crazy that this is a thing, but also for the sake of grinding, I think it's perfectly fine. Okay, buddy, what are we doing here? Yeah, fuck you. I'll be honest, either of those loops I was kind of fucked anyway. Like, I was going to slam into the wall one way or the other. Who is... Oh, that's Comedic Disruptor. Is there... Yeah, but you're way up there. It would have been smarter just to go down because I would have been able to get... No, not to that parking garage, but... Well, I guess either way it was a bit of a long reach. I'm a little tempted to go back to the garage. You know what? Yeah, let's go back to the garage because I will have unlocked some stuff from the last boss fight. We're breaking Outlaw. Just grab that so I can get the bad names. Oh, Rule Breaking Outlaw is a special title. What? Okay, that's neat. I have no idea how or why I got that, but I got it. Oh, I wonder if it was because of that last one. Because, like, I basically just slammed him into the wall and, like, held him there. Like, or as far as the game is concerned, that's what happened. Still gonna stick with Relentless Pursuer, though. Tuning. I'll go ahead and just unlock these. There's quite literally never any reason to not just unlock your car upgrades. You just have to. Like, if you want to be even remotely competitive, you just have to. It's kind of the same thing with, like, your basic stat upgrades. You might as well just have them. Even if you don't specifically use them all, you might as well just have them. 96 left. I could upgrade my garage size, but I also don't care that much, if I'm honest. Because I know it may not be the best in the game, but the Civic Type R feels kind of like an endgame car to me. Aside from, like, these two NSXs. And even then, I know there's, like, the Devil Z and the Skyline HT that are, like, all the way down here. I don't know what I would expect with this thing. Yeah, there's the Super RZ as well. I don't know. I think this Civic is probably pretty good. Become an outlaw. I mean, there's really not any, like, story changes for... I'm absolutely grabbing that. There's not really any story changes for having your nickname or whatever. It's just what people call you. Is there anything else I want to get? I kind of want to get this nitrous set here because this restores your SP as you use nitro, which quite literally prevents you from dying in the event you're, you know, in that situation. I just don't know how much I need it right now. But this is also what I was saying before, and then I had to grind for 3 hours just to get, like, a lot of the skills I wanted, as well as, like, the upgrades and shit. So, like, it's probably worth doing. Because, like, even now, like, level 4 center of attack and center of attention stuff is pretty good. I think I want to at least grab that. grab that. And I'll at least grab the first one of that. Because there's going to be a lot of fresh rivals. So you get like 20 per rival. And I think it's like 40 for team leader and boss and wanderer and stuff like that. So there's not like a huge thing to worry about. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade the brakes. No, what's with the scaredy cat, Ash? You're afraid something's gonna happen? Yeah, there's nothing else I can upgrade for right now. You have no fear? Well, good. That's a good thing then. There's that parking area. Oh, the Hasegawa Angel tag is gone now. Okay. So you're there, you're there, you're there. You're all southbound, which actually makes my life super easy because I only have one direction to go. Also, Twitch is telling me there's going to be an ad in like 10 minutes, so I have 10 minutes to get this done. Which, in theory, shouldn't be that hard. Oh, wait, it's a skyline. Oh, no, you don't. Hey, there we go. Yeah, this is kind of why I say this south side of the map is more my home. Because it's really just, it's nothing crazy. It's a lot of straightaways. It's a good place for like top speed and everything like that. So if you can grab the slipstream before they try to run away, which a decent chunk of the AI do actually try to break your slipstream, it's like kind of just good practice for holding speed, I feel like. Now the rest of the team is pretty far down south. Like, it's going to take a while to get there, honestly. Fuck it, if it's going to take a minute anyway, I might as well try to get at least a little bit of cash. $63.35, that is not worth it. It's genuinely just going to be faster for me to drive there then. I will say the one thing that I was kind of happy to have spoilered for me was like the Devil Z is in this game, which is like the protagonist car from Wangang Midnight, and I am super excited to actually be able to face it. And it just shows up as like an unknown wanderer. Like, literally just unknown. You don't have a name or anything. But it is the Blue Devil Z. And from everything that I have seen of it, it is like absolute end game. But it is also apparently one of the cars that like doesn't know how to navigate the C1 loop. Like, I am talking just constant ping-ponging into walls and cars and shit. Which kind of sucks, just because it's meant to be, like, one of the endgame of endgame kind of races. But I won't lie, that does kind of suit the character who drives it too. Because, like, they are almost exclusively, like, a straight line driver in the show. Not to say that I'm much better. I mean, look at what I'm doing. Ash, don't. I know you're thinking it, don't. Ain't supposed to fuck with them until you're ready. That's kind of the thing. You don't even see them until, like, you're at the end of the game. And I mean, like, the end of the game, from what I understand. Okay, where are these guys now? They're on the other side, aren't they? Yeah, you're there, and you're gonna be, yeah, like right over there. This is gonna take a hot minute. Ash, no. Don't you clip that. Oh, and then 5 minutes. I don't know if I can get to them in 5 minutes, actually. Well, in 5 minutes and beat them. Okay, but my driving has been a little bit clean since that last accident. Oh my god, Ash. I didn't jinx it. I don't know what you're talking about. I can play this game while looking at OBS. Kind of. It totally doesn't have like a half-second delay on OBS. I'm not texting and driving. I'm streaming and driving, which is totally different. Don't text and drive, kids. Okay, so I have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Wow, that took so long just to get to you. Goodbye. I said goodbye, that means you leave. Thank you. I'm glad you got the hint. Alright, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You saw nothing? Thank you, Lantis. I'm glad I can count on you. Okay. So that leaves me a little bit over a minute to beat the boss too, which I don't know if I can do because I just realized what car they have. Well, I should still be able to do it. Hey, fuck off. Yeah, also it's 13 meters now. Jesus Christ. You say goodbye, I say hello. Walking through the parking area, you see every little bit warrior and Shua strong. Even more familiar faces have gathered around. Relentless Pursuer, it's been a while. Oh yeah, I got enough carbonation, you're special. Take 2. Bro, nobody knows what to do with a huge 2-liter bottle suddenly shoved at them. Oh my god, it's Playful Gentleman. Also, I literally have to snooze the ad now or else it's gonna be like we're gonna miss the cutscene. So I did all that just to like lose a snooze anyway. I heard you beat down some murky street racers so bad they can't race anymore. You're a lot scarier than you look. Just kidding, I know you're not that kind of person. Exactly, don't worry, everyone knows it's just a stupid rumor. Oh yeah, it's your bitch ass again. The one with the smoke screen. Excuse me, we're about to go race around the Bayshore line. Would you like to join us? Getting to know Eternal Polaris, talking with her, I realized something. Standing on your own doesn't mean acting all by yourself. It means deciding where you belong by yourself. No, Ash, I need to God, I need to actually properly upload those VODs. But like, her race was the biggest pain in the ass, solely because you literally cannot see where you're going at all. You have the mini-map, which only shows you the turns, not the cars in front of you. So you're literally just navigating off where her smoke screen is, because that is where her car is. And like, you just have to hope she isn't going to swerve out from behind another car at the last second and you end up crashing into them. We ain't teams, so we rarely get chances to race in big groups, but I've always been curious about it. Usually I'm a wanderer cruising the Shuto Expressway in search of my destined lady, but sometimes hanging with buddies like this to fill the void ain't bad either. Bayshore speaking to me, tonight's gonna be one hell of a ride. Through their battles, a friendship has blossomed between them. Every little bit warrior smiled, a bit bashfully but genuinely happy. All that time I spent working alone seems so stupid now. Just like Bro says, just because we race because we want to, that's all there is to it. Hey, you should come too. We'll be waiting at the Bayshore line. She's actually trying to kill you. Fucking Ash. The thing is too is that like in one of her her post race dialogue, she talks about like working for the Japanese government or whatever. And like she literally stops you from like getting anywhere near her car. So like make of that what you will, I guess. Also, that was kind of a like cute little scene. Basically all like the Wanderer bosses and stuff, like from stage 1 and 2, all kind of like coming together to hang out and just have a good time racing together. Like that's kind of a cute little scene, because you kind of meet all those people before like a lot of the bad rumors about you start flying around when stage 3 hits, so they all like know you're actually a good person and shit. Because Ash, actually, I don't remember if you were here for last stream, but like some of the story developments that happen are basically that like a lot of like bad rumors kind of float around you as like the character and shit, about how you're like just an evil dickhead who records the races and people's faces and stuff, and like uploads it and shit like that. And like you beat some racers so bad that they get PTSD and shit like that. No, not even a narc. Just straight up like you are a dickhead that's trying to make street racing a worse time for everybody else, basically. Like, if street racing is illegal, you're the dude that's making it as bad as possible. And that's part of what Rumored Rider's part in the story is basically once you beat her, she's like, hey, I know all of this shit about you is fake. You've beaten me, so I'm gonna do you a solid and make all that shit go away. Which I think is part of what that like little scene with all like the Wanderers is about. Is it's sort of like a, hey, shit's not all that bad actually. You know what I mean? Also, that ad is about to start, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like just let that go. And I will be back with fresh agua and stuff.
Just fucking stop it. The nurses like just never let you sleep, and it's not their fault because obviously they have to do their job. That's like
want him dead.
I am like so fucking stupid. I completely forgot that I run my music through Firefox because it's just like a YouTube Music browser tab. And I completely fucking forgot that I have like a couple of other streams open of friends and shit. And I think I unmuted one of the tabs like towards the end instead of muting like the music. So, you know, that's awesome. I'm glad I did that. I mean, it's not like anything shit happened or whatever, but still, I feel dumb sometimes. But that's life, I guess. Also, I just realized one of the tabs is still unmuted. God damn it. Ugh, fuck me. Yeah. Like Ash, there was one time I was like year ago ish, if insist, Lamau. But there was this one time, like, I think a year ago at this point, probably a little bit more actually, now that I think about it, because it was back when I was doing the Final Friday streams with like a few friends and everything. And there's one stream, and it was part of why I like didn't want to stream for a while, where like I think for a good third or half of the VOD, the game was just muted. Like, yeah, Raft. I was doing that with Link, my boyf. Yeah. At some point, I want to get back to Raft with Link, but also at the same time, I remember that are at a point in the game which is like the second to last major story island or whatever. But we're at a point in that game where we need oxygen masks and we want to have at least a few of them, but that means we need to like farm like kelp or whatever. And it's we needed to farm enough resources that it was a pain in the ass to like do, but we didn't want to play the game off stream because part of the fun of it was, you know, actually playing it. It's one of those things where it's not really a grind area. It's just one of those things where up until that part in the game, honestly, you're relatively unimpeded. Like, sure, there are some enemies and stuff, and there are some points where the puzzles are kind of like wacky, but this is like the one boss fight of the whole game that we had encountered up to that point. And not only is it a boss fight, but it's an underwater boss fight. So you literally need the oxygen masks because you will not even make it to the boss just on your own oxygen supply. So you want at least like two masks, one so you can get to the boss, and one so you can change it out when you are in the middle of the boss fight. And you literally can't progress without getting through the boss fight because you have to like get through the room that's behind them or whatever. And it's just a big shark, so like it takes a little more damage and shit, but like it is what it is. But again, it's like the reason we can't do it is because we just weren't prepared, and to grind out everything we need to get prepared is just going to take forever. And then we also have to get back to that story island too, which is like I don't fucking know. It's a while. It would be a while for sure. All right. Anyway, Atlantis, please don't wreck my car. I like my cars. I like my cars a lot. Even though like half of the story of Long Gone Midnight is like people's cars getting wrecked. Let's run because we want to run. Oh my god, this is fighting all the wanderers again. That's exactly what this is. Oh my god. That's actually what this bit is. Okay. That makes sense now. That little cutscene makes more sense now. Because that's what every little bit warrior was saying. And yeah, Ash gets it. I will wreck my car on my own, goddammit. Have you not seen me drive? I'm a fucking professional at destroying my own cars. I mean, what? I need to get a water bottle with like a good straw or something. Because like every time I have to take a drink and I do this and like I slightly tilt it too far, the model resets. I wouldn't call it reused content. And the only reason why I would say that in this situation is because I know they're going to be redone. Like, it's going to be the same racers and the same cars, but they're going to be upgraded for the current game you're in, like for that tier of game. Also, I'm kind of glad I record these streams now, because I get to look back on my own stupidity when I skip through the stream later for that little bit where I completely forgot to mute the wrong part of Firefox. Also, if I am gonna fight these guys, I'm absolutely gonna want the tuner. And also, something I've learned about the tuner is that, like, the tuner doesn't actually upgrade your entire car. It just upgrades one random part of it by one level. And, like, that's it. That's all it does. So it doesn't do anything particularly massive, but it does something. Love tuner, especially with mayo on toast. Okay. To be fair, tuner is pretty good, especially like a good tuner salad. Also, Ash, I don't know if you've ever met anyone who puts raisins in their tuna salad, but like those people are fucking evil. You just rolled the power unit, engine block, not exhaust or intake? Yeah. No, Ash, for real. There's like a place in town where like their whole thing is like salads, and you can get like chicken or tuna salad or whatever like on your salad and stuff. And like they have two tuna salads. They have one that has raisins in it and one without raisins. And every time I see that, I'm just like, who the fuck is buying this? Whoa, holy shit. Bro actually got a serious sideswipe on me. Holy shit. God damn, okay. Yeah, the nitro becomes just so important. Like, just to be able to... Jesus. Okay, so he actually does just sideswipe. Oh, this is an intrusion battle. Oh my god, now I know why people were complaining about Shua Strong. Oh my god. I didn't realize this is what they meant. I thought they were talking about the first one. And I'm like, but that's not that hard. No, they meant this one. Which I still won because the set of perks I have is like fucking overpowered as shit. But like, holy shit, I was not expecting that. Oh no. I see what this is now. I very much see what this is now. This is everyone all at once. That's what this is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. I'm fucked. I am very much fucked. I have no nitro. And Playful Gentleman is very protective. Yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah, there goes that. It's okay, but like, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. I need to check this first though, because this will tell me a lot. Okay, that kind of tells me what I needed to know. Because I beat every little bit warrior and Shua strong, but they still come up as yellow. And they come up as yellow because I lost and it wants you to beat the entire set at once. Which is really cool. But fuck, I lost so much nitrous doing that first bit. Yeah, I have so much more after that. Like, damn. Like, I'm curious if I can just fight any of them. Like, any of the pairs or trio or whatever. Well, no, actually, I guess it's all pairs, and then Rumored Rider is probably on her own. But I guess I would have to beat all of them. I'm not sure if it matters who I fight first. Because Trance Drive and Playful Gentleman didn't spawn in until after I beat every little bit warrior and Shua Strong. But I know Shua Strong has like no HP based off of that fight. So I'm not really worried about them if I can get to them. I just have to be able to pass them first. BRB got a few kitties and stuff. Alright, Ash, no worries. Oh, but that's gonna fuck with my brain a little bit. That's gonna be an interesting puzzle. Because I guess I could retire the RX-7 for the Type R. It is quite the endurance. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. It's not even really them coming back with a vengeance, though. This is literally just, hey, let's race. Because that's what we do, and that's how we have fun, and that's what we're all just here to do. You know? Yeah, there's like no one else on the side of the map for me to even race. It's literally on the quest style. Yeah, let's run because we want to run. It's also literally what every little bit warrior says in that cutscene, which is a cute cutscene, honestly. Like, it's probably one of my favorite like cutscenes in the whole game. I know it's all like visual novel style shit, and it's all like silhouettes, but like, it's cool. It's a fun cutscene. It's really cute, and it brings back a lot of cool characters. I might just go back to the garage, get the Type R, and I might just knock out some of these others first, just so that way I don't have to worry about that as much. Endearing as well makes you go close to those attached. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it is counted as a victory at the end screen, but it's still a loss because it's a loss overall, which kind of makes me wonder if you can just use it as a way to farm BP, or if internally it counts as a victory because you did beat them, but because you didn't win the overall, you just don't win for that set. Actually, I need to... Yeah, there we go. Perk-wise, have all those. Crimson Devil. Is there anything else here I really want right now? 100 million. I'm actually kind of getting close to that at this point, so let me go ahead and upgrade that. That's 1000 BP, which I'm still really nowhere near close to hitting, so I'm not worried about upgrading that yet. Words for consecutive wins. Cars. Discount. Car sales, car purchase. Yeah, so there's nothing in perk I'm all that worried about. That's damage, SP. What do you do again? Prevents defeat from collisions. Oh yeah, this one's really specific. But like, it would have been so much nicer to have this in the early game compared to now. Ease timings, that's pointless. Reduce nitro consumption. That one actually might not be worthwhile. I need to get Hunter of Strong Foes just so that way I can actually see like what the percentage of this is, because this does a lot. So it's not like it's gonna be as strong, but this does like a lot of stuff. Defeat Money Dream. Defeat Money Dream. Money Dream. Namahage. Crimson Devil. Okay. How much is that? 137. You know what? I'm just gonna grab these. Fuck it, why not? Because while I'm not worried about the tire wear, the collision damage and nitro consumption could be kind of interesting. Because I feel like this is one of those things that really is more powerful, like reducing consumption, and the tire wear is better, like specifically for a prolonged engagement like that. I guess there's also the question of how much of that counts as like an intrusion battle versus a serial battle. Because it's probably all considered a serial battle. But like every little bit warrior and Shua strong, I know for a fact are an intrusion battle. And while I'm here, might as well grab these too, I guess. Actually, I think I got the brake upgrade. No. Clutch? Clutch. Not LSD. Was it transmission? Transmission. I think the rest of these are all maxed. Yeah, these are all maxed for right now. Yeah, so it is from the very beginning. Okay. That's really good to know, actually. Alright, let's try it out. Let's try this out. I also just realized I didn't put on the fucking skill I just bought that I was talking about specifically for this. Well, not much I can do about that now. I just gotta give this a shot and see what I can do. Well, I didn't think that was them, which is why I was tried to get out of the way and then slammed into them instead. Well, let's see what we can do here. Us to get out of the way specifically so they can't like pit maneuver me again. And there's Shua strong. Yeah, so as soon as I get one hit off of Warrior with this, no. Yeah, as soon as I get one hit, it seems like I'm fine for them. I actually kind of want to stop so I can get them to pull up. So that way auto drive kicks in and I don't have to worry about charging headfirst into that like big turn. And it seems like Playful Gentleman is playing like hardcore blocker so Trance Driver can get ahead. He is significantly more effective at this than Lucifer was. Because like Lucifer just kind of went the fuck everywhere, which made it easy to pass him and catch up with Ryoma again. Oh, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. There we go. So we got the turn up here. Oh. Oh, is this the bug? Is this the bug? Because I think she's just stuck back there. No, I think it reset her. Okay. But I've seen this bug where, like, they spawn in, but they turn into the wall. And so they're just, like, stuck there. But no, I think because her cutscene hadn't played, it, like, respawned her back up front. Honestly, as long as I can stay ahead of Rumored Rider, I'm not super worried. Oh my fucking god. It's the goddamn thing again. It's the same shit where I can't move them, but they throw me around like a paperweight. Like, the fact that I got stuck there and my only option was either to like get on the brakes, in which case I would have lost anyway, or try to fight back, but you can't fucking move the AI cars sometimes. Like, they become 1,000 tons and you just can't fucking push them at all. Because, like, it's not like I could go any more to the right there. Because I don't think that would have worked. I don't know. This definitely felt like the best attempt I had, though. So I at least want to give that another shot, because this is definitely doable with what I have. I guess the question is, if I were to get rid of something, what would I get rid of? Because I think center of attention is what does the most damage. But I just genuinely don't remember what its damage looks like without Pioneer Secret. I guess if I were to get rid of anything, it probably would be Pioneer Secret. Because center of attention is just a big chunk of damage, and Pioneer Secret only works for the first 30 seconds. Which, I mean, these fights are fast, but if it drags out over 30 seconds, then that entire thing is, like, not worth it. And I feel like Aura of Dignity is going to be the most important, just because it cuts the attack length down to 13 meters, which is, like, insanely good. But I feel like I can do this. I feel fairly confident in this, honestly. I mean, I even have the boob license plate. How can I lose? Also, maybe this time I won't crash into, like, Warrior like a dickhead. Okay, I don't think I can use more nitro than this now. Let's see how much damage this does. Enough. Okay, that's all I needed to know. That did enough damage to proc the next fight, which means it's doing like half his health at bare minimum. Which means it should be enough. Yeah, so it took down about half health. And I'm only half down on one nitro tank, which is pretty good. But yeah, that 45% damage stack is massive. I can see that with how long it took to get rid of Shuto Strong, as opposed to last time, where it was like instant. So I don't know if it's a stack or if it's just extra, but either way. Yeah, so now I have her slipstream, and I can just pass right through. I am gonna have to eat it on the turn though a little bit. But it is worth it. No, it's not. Fuck me. Maybe it is. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the AI, it feels like, just can't fully handle the turns. And I think I'm coming into this with, like, what, 1 1/3 nitro? Which shouldn't be too bad, I feel like. That should be alright. Rumored Rider is really the only pain in the ass, but if she's starting in 3rd, in theory I should be able to just go immediately past her. Because everyone else is basically just racing them. Rumored Rider's the only one who's like an actual pain in the ass because of the fucking smoke screen. Well, that fucking sucked. I got fucking immediately thrown into the goddamn wall and lost like a good 1/3 of my health. Okay. So how do I want to handle this then? Because I think I was starting at half health on that. Because I can... And two of them have heavy damage skills? Yeah. Because there are two ways I can do this. Because I think Hunter of Shangfos is good in this. Because everyone is like a wanderer or a boss or something where I can benefit from this. I can sack Aura of Dignity to bring the range back up to 25 meters from 13, so I can keep the massive attack boost of Center of Attention. Or I can ditch Center of Attention and make it a complete slugfest for Aura of Dignity. So that way I can just start doing more damage earlier. I feel like it would be better to keep Center of Attention though, because it's a massive damage hit like immediately. Because when it procs, it's already taking like half of their health. So it'd be a matter of just getting way further ahead to deal it, which is an issue in its own right. But I think between the two, I can get rid of that for either Serial Battle Sprinter, so I just start with more health in each fight, or I could use Acceleration Addict because I'm going to get more health back as long as I'm boosting, which for that last fight is basically going to be the entire time. And as long as I'm boosting, I'm functionally immortal. Actually, that reminds me, at 68 BP, I think I can get the last upgrade for that. 37, yeah. So I can grab that. I guess I could also get the upgrade for Fearless Smile, but I feel like in that third battle, that's not going to be as useful. Because I feel like it's safe to say that recovering 75% is pretty good. Acceleration Addict for a functional immortality is also very good. But if I'm at full health, it doesn't mean much. Yeah, but Hunter of Strong Foes does mean that I am using less for the entire fight as well. You know what, let's switch Aura of Dignity, go for Acceleration Addict, and we'll see what that gets us. Because I feel like this is an okay combination, as long as I'm able to win the battles quickly enough. Because if I can get to that first battle in like that third battle in like under a minute, I'm kind of not as concerned. Because really I just need to make sure that I'm able to start the fight soon enough. Oh, you're way up there now. Yeah, that should be fine. Starting it from way up north like this. In theory, it gives me a lot of extra space too. Because, yeah, it has the longer turns. But once we hit the straightaway about halfway through, it's basically a straight line up until the parking area. Because, like, if they're there, we have a turn there. We have the, like, slight turns there and the slight turns there. I will probably be in the third battle by this point, if not earlier. Which is enough time to not really worry about it. I could also try to really like waste time on these first two halves to get down there as well. Hi, Link. How was stream? Also, give yourself a shout out, because you deserve it. Almost done with the Link to the Past? Hell yeah. Thank you, Link. Love you. Oh no, Link, what did you do on stream? What did you do, hun? Oh no. I think I see where that's going. First thing out of your mouth. October. Oh, hun. See, I see what you're trying to go for there, but you may want to get a different one. What, Link? You want to take part in October? You want to take part in it with me? Come on now. It'll be fun. Alright. Link, just to catch you up, big fat boss fight. There's like 7 racers, all of which I have to beat in a row. Yeah, I am feeling the drag. Not being able to get him on 13 meters instead of 25 is massive. Yeah, that ate up a lot more nitrous. Okay, well. So the conclusion I've come from with that is Aura of Dignity is actually kind of important. Because I think the idea of Acceleration Addict isn't bad. But I think no matter what, I'm going to end up needing Aura of Dignity because getting that attack off in 13 meters is obviously more wildly important than I thought it was. Because I thought I could slug it out to 25 meters, but it doesn't look like I can do that. Because he like came back so fast. I want to keep center of attention for the massive attack boost I can get off of it. And I could keep Hunter of Strong Foes for the decreased nitro consumption. Or I could use Acceleration Addict instead in that place. There's also just Serial Battle Sprinter. Or just going back on full-on attack with Pioneer's Secret. Which is 31. I think the max it out is like 38, so I can't do that even if I wanted to. No one's really worth robust physique. Yeah, but then I don't have reduced nitro consumption. Do I want to dedicate a perk just to that, though? Well, I guess Hunter of Strong Foes doesn't really do a ton outside of that. For me, at least. Like, if I had specific numbers for a Hunter of Strong Foes, I think that would be more beneficial. Because I'm not worried about the tire wear. The collision damage is beneficial. But it's the nitro consumption that I'm the most concerned about, I feel like. But there's also Heart of Steel, which is also bugged and it doesn't actually nullify Center of Attention at all. And it really only helps for the final battle, I feel like. I'm going to spend some points for Miraculous Thrift. Just kind of see what that gets me. So they're back here now. So they're right on the straightaway. And I completely forgot to equip the skill I got just for this again. Okay. I am great at this. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, so there's that. I just feel bad using so much nitrous this early. Because I'm trying to avoid getting to like a tank and a half by the second battle if I can have more. But I also need to be sure that I can even maintain distance. So there goes every little bit warrior, and I'm not worried about strong. I want to stop. Because unless I crash at the end to damage to me, I should still be at full. Yeah. Yeah, even at level 4, Center of Attention still does massive damage to Trance Drive. Okay, so that gets me to start the next fight at full, which is pretty good. So then, at this point, I feel pretty confident in the first 2 races, and it's really going to be this third one that fucks me up. Because no matter what, I need to get ahead of Rumored Rider. Because if I can't get ahead of her, then the smoke screen's going to fuck me up. And I need to be able to get as far ahead as fast as possible, so that way I don't get hit with like 2 Center of Attentions. Because I think that's just what fucked me up last time, is I got hit very early, and I just had no way to recover. Yeah, that was the trick. I needed to get ahead as early as possible. Because two center of attentions at once, it doesn't matter what level it is, it's just gonna fuck me up. Alright, fuck yeah. I'm actually super fucking excited I got that. Like, holy shit. Ugh. So, even though I ended up not needing the boost for SP, because I was able to get ahead fast enough, I'm just glad I was able to get through that. It makes me think I probably could have done it with the full attack setup, but considering some of them have Heart of Steel anyway, I would have been doing less damage overall, so just doing it this way is fine. After parting with every Lobit warrior and the others, taking a break in the parking area, you're approached by a familiar duo. Their faces, build, fashion sense, everything was identical. Roulette guy number 1 and 2. Hey, there we saw that massive chain battle just now. That was insane. That elegant back and forth dead heat. 8 machines linked up in perfect formation. Every street racer on the Bayshore was glued to it. You know, we've been seeing them hang out together a lot lately. They seem tight from the start, but man, they've grown into quite the crew. Word is, they've all come together around Eternal Polaris. Really, that quiet kid, even though she never thought she had that kind of social streak. I can read, I promise. We still can't get her to talk to us at all. Maybe it's because Ryuji has that sleazy looking face. Batora's got the same face too, besides even Relentless Pursuer apparently can't hold a conversation with her either. You have my condolences. So was Eternal Polaris herself in today's chain battle? Huh, so she wasn't here after all. We haven't seen her around a lot lately. She hasn't been coming to the parking area either. When was the last time we saw that girl's R33? Street racer like Polaris should stand out no matter where she goes. Jesus, I got 76 BP for that? Okay, I'll take it. But no, that felt really good. That was actually a really fun race. It's one of those things where I wish it wasn't just a bunch of like one after the other battles. I would kind of be really interested if it was just everyone all at once. But I don't know. I get why it's designed like that. Either way, though, it is a hell of a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. At this point, I might as well get the final upgrade for Pioneer's Secret. So I can go ahead and grab that. I'm not sure if I want to worry about Miraculous Thrift then. Welcome back, Ash. Had a bit too much cereals, though. Oh no. I hope you enjoyed the cereals at least, though. No, there's nothing I really want to grab. Ooh, Frosted Mini Wheats, nice. Defeat Money Dream. Oh, if I would have to connect all the way up there to get to you. It's either that or I start down here and I try to turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna try for Money Dream first. I want to see if I can get through this story before I finish the others. How's the racing's been? It's been good, actually. It's been very fun. You missed the whole attempt, but I had to do like a fight against 7 other racers all at once. And also, as you can see, the RX-7 has been retired. We are now in the Type R 2022. It was one of those things where I'm certain the RX-7 probably could have kept up with it, but the just initial speed and just being able to have a higher top speed was just better, honestly, between the two. And this is Money Dream, the next boss we have to beat. You know, I can see why people do like the hood view, but also just like... Ooh, that was very close. I do not like this side of the downbound. There's center of attention at work. I heard him break. I heard him break. That's his downfall. Oh my god, okay. There we go. I was expecting a cutscene to play. Fortunately, neither of those two will be permanently out for the count as far as Wanderers are concerned. Wait, which two? I genuinely don't remember what I was talking about now. Also, I won't lie, I'm just kind of surprised I did that first try. But also, this Type R just feels really good to control, as well as just extremely fast. Oh, both the Civic and RX-7? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're, like, neither of them are bad cars. And I think the RX-7 is still my favorite to drive. But for what I need right now, I feel like the Civic is just a little bit faster, you know? Stubborn straight. You know what? Yeah, that checks out. Actually, wait. Money Dream was blocking some upgrades, actually. Also, I just realized I'm level 22 now. When did that happen? I went up like 4 levels and I didn't even realize it. That one I think is Crimson Devil. So I think this upgraded most of those. Tuning is going to be locked behind Crimson Devil up there. So I think Money Dream got the defense and the toughness unlocks. Crimson Devil, Namahage, and Stubborn Straight, it looks like are going to be the final bosses for this one. Defeat Machine Light King. Okay. I have no idea who that is, but I'm sure I will learn soon enough. And it looks like the ads are about to start in a second. So I'm gonna let those play out like usual, because I don't want to try like start a battle and then have the ad cut into it. Okay. Twitch still says that they're going, but it's fine. I got 65 PP anyway, I might as well spend them. Okay. So where was he again? He was like up on the straight. Yeah, so he's the second one on the straight. Okay. Ooh, the tuner's here too. Power unit upgrade, I will totally take that. Okay, so they're not that far up ahead, but I do want to hopefully get them on the straight more than anything else. So I'm gonna want to like get there really quickly. Okay, yeah, I should still be able to catch him on the straight, no problem. Ooh, pearlescent paint job. That's new. Oh my god, he has the fucking tailpipes. Zoom, zoom. Just like the old... Was that Audi? Was that Audi or VW who did that? There was someone whose slogan was Zoom Zoom. Hey. Zoom zoom. That's so stupid. This combination of perks is so stupid, and I shouldn't use it because it takes like all the fun out of the game. But at the same time, it's like, why shouldn't I use it if it's just gonna like basically guarantee me a win? Like, it feels like cheating, but also it's like, well, it's there. It's in the game. Unless Genki changes it, it's there. Literally, the only reason it works is because they gave us 3 perks instead of 2, like in early access. So, while fine-tuning settings in the parking area, I spotted 2 machines from the earlier battle pulling in. They stormed towards me with murderous intent. One was stubborn straight, a somewhat old-fashioned but solid, upright guy. The other was Money Dream, a gorgeous woman with an iron core of strength, but both their eyes blazed with furious rage. You got some nerves, relentless pursuer. I may have lost today, but I'll crush you for sure, you coward. Don't play dumb, we got the dirt on you. We got witnesses saying you called out Eternal Polaris and pulled dangerous moves on her. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously hurt and made it out okay, but it's unforgivable. You have no love for cars, no respect for drivers, you're an absolute scumbag. Next time won't go like today, you better watch your back. Without giving me a chance to defend myself, they unleashed their fury in a torrent of words and jumped in their machines and tore out of the parking area. I pulled dangerous moves on Eternal Polaris? I gotten used to baseless rumors, but this crossed the line. But was there really dangerous driving involved? Eternal Polaris, what was happening with her now? Okay, so I was using the combination now because I'm aiming for the 100% win rate achievement, as well as some last BP for vehicle unlock, so it's a little too late at this point. Only 4 routes remain. 2 of them require driving around and racking up mileage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know about that 100% achievement. It's very Genki. I'm definitely not going to do it myself. I think I probably could, but I also just kind of don't want to. Because that's just one of those things where it's like, damn, that's maybe a little more work than I'm willing to put in for this. Like, don't get me wrong. If it's a challenge that you enjoy and you wanted to do it, hey, more props to you. It's just one of those things where, like, 100% wins. Like I already have like 110 losses, and that's like less than 10% of my overall record, which I already think is pretty good. New Game Plus has been kind. Okay, that's good. I'm also going to be honest, I didn't realize that worked on New Game Plus. A lot of the people who I've heard from about it have been doing it like on a straight new game. Like literally copying their old save file, storing that elsewhere, and then just starting a brand new game to do it, which I think is probably part of why it sounds so bad. But if it's doable on New Game Plus, then like, yeah, they're bolder than I am. Yeah. Oh god, that reminds me actually. There's a dude I saw on Twitter who's like basically doing a Nuzlocke version of the 100% win rate, where the goal isn't necessarily to do it 100%, but it's basically just like every time you lose, you have to sell the car. Like, if you lose, you just sell whatever car you had, or that you were using anyway for that race. Which, like, that's kind of neat. That's like an interesting idea. But also just like, goddamn, okay. And I think they've already restarted like 4 times. Because in the early game, you just don't have a lot of cars to pick from. So that's complete. I'll be able to actually start on the other stories now. Yeah, and some of these things in tuning are unlocked now. And we're starting to get into like the max upgrades. Yeah, the Hondas are pretty solid overall from what I understand. Like none of them are the fastest, but like for like what level you can get them at, they're not bad. Cause like even just the EK9 is 282 on the speed metric, which like isn't wildly faster than some of the other stuff on its same level, but it's still quite a bit faster. So there's that one. I guess which story do I want to focus on next? Like, what's closer? So I need to beat you 3. Y'all are right there. I just have to get you. Yeah, because you 2 are right here. Yeah, I've seen people toy around with like the EK9 on the engine swaps, and that looks pretty cool. From what I understand, excuse me. From what I understand, the EK9 takes to the engine swaps very well. Energetic man, loyal knight. He's a photographer. He might take your picture, so you better dress to impress. Okay, so I have to fight him in a stock car. Okay. Spirit Kiriko. 55 or more wanderers. What is this? Some B-grade horror movie dialogue? Awesome. I love that. That's so dumb. So I'm gonna enter in from this point, and the person I need to fight is gonna be behind me. So depending on how far back they are, I may have to turn around just to get to them. They're like right there. Well, I didn't mean to turn around. I just wanted to like reverse more. Hey, bite me. Alrighty, so they're done. So the next guy should just be a little bit further ahead. Yeah, that's him over there. You're damn right I am, Ash. Doing my best to, anyway. So after this guy, there's only going to be one more person on that team, and then the boss will show up. Alright, Punkichi, let's see what you got. Nothing. You got nothing. See, Ash, it's just that easy. Where's this last guy? Oh, he is way up there. Holy shit. Yeah, and I have, like, no parking areas. Yeah, he had, like, no health. Which, I mean, like, that's fine by me. It's gonna make it a whole lot faster. Flying fish? Nope. No race. Okay. God, this type art does feel like really good. Like, it's definitely not as light as the RX-7. And I can feel that in how the body rolls. But, like, this is still pretty good. What? What's with that face, Ash? Lol. So who's this next guy up here? Another unlimited. I think that's an RX-7. Yep. Okay, goodbye. Well, I guess Sleeping K was asleep at the fucking wheel on that one. Another RX-7. Not that I'm complaining about seeing more of them. Oh my god, Ash. I'm curious about where that guy is now at this point. He's already at the north part of the map. He's about halfway through there. Where am I? I'm over here. I think by the time I get here, I can fast travel over there, and he should be somewhere probably around here or down here, just depending. It would be way faster than, like, trying to drive all the way to him. I mean, Ash, that is my subclass. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why the fuck you were stopped in the middle of the road there, dude. I was going to challenge them, but I think with the parking area coming up, I just want to go there first. Because now that I have their icons, I shouldn't have to worry too much about that. Hasty man. Before he knew it, Relentless Pursuer took down everyone in Phantom 9 except for Snake Eyes. I never thought he'd get this far, so all that's left is Snake Eyes, the second generation, that is. What's the deal with the second gen? Don't know much, except the fact that he commands Phantom 9. Plus, I heard the first generation groomed him specifically to get revenge on Swift Emperor. His driving skills must be insane, but what's truly terrifying is that obsession, such a thirst for revenge passed down from his predecessor. Yeah, exactly, Ash. That's his VTuber icons. I don't think there should be anybody new here. No. Okay. And I don't really need the nitro or the tires yet. And that puts this guy where now? Yeah, right there. That's about where I thought it would be. Let's go ahead and TP over here. Stubborn Straight and Money Dream are like frenemies, I guess. Nobody remembers all the details anymore. When they first met, they saw each other's machines at the parking area and got into some kind of beef. Basically, it was just real petty stuff. I can't stand those kind of people with short fuses. They get into this fight every time they cross paths. The atmosphere is absolutely toxic. Everyone just scatters. They're both incredibly skilled, so they just trade wins. Total stalemate. Then Eternal Polaris showed up. That night when the three of them first battled, it still talked among the Bayshore racers as the legendary showdown. High-speed battle that pushed everyone way past their limits. They're complete opposites in every way, but they're a penny of Eternal Polaris, totally in sync. Now they've both mellowed out completely and hang out more often. Money Dream seems to dote on Eternal Polaris like a little sister. And Stubborn Straight goes around declaring that they're the ultimate crew aiming for the top. Okay. Can't battle God Ear. He doesn't battle turbo cars. Okay. Yeah, so that's still him over there. Yes, this was the way I wanted to go. Yeah, I just have to make sure I got the right person there because there were like so many people here. Okay, and now there should be the boss coming up. Yep, there they are, lemon flavor. As they completely blow right past me in their Supra. And there we go. Defeated Team Neo Limited. Got a lot of people left for most of these teams. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get any of them. I mean, there is somebody like right in front of me, so I guess I can try to grab them too. Yes, this was the one I want to go on, because there's one guy that's like right there. I am like so glad that simulated damage just isn't a thing in this game. Because I'm just kind of sitting here imagining with the amount that I just like thrash around into walls and shit. Just how bad of a time that would be if you had to like pay for the damages to your car at the end of every night as well. So there's those two up there. There's still all of them up there. And there's a few down here as well. God, it's already been like 3 hours still. I am kind of debating ending stream here because I do have a stream planned for like early tomorrow. Like I'm talking in like maybe 6 hours from now, because a friend wants to do like some Borderlands grinding, and that's gonna take a while, and I wouldn't mind like streaming that if they're cool with it. Because like even if they're not, they're like Australian time, so like their like my 6 a.m. is their end of day basically. Because like they had asked me for that because I had told them like my work schedule and stuff. Got a friend like that in Oz too, yeah. Yeah, and it's just hard to plan stuff with like the 12-hour time difference basically. Well, actually no, I think it's a little more than that, but still. Anyway, yeah, I guess if I want to be able to, you know, get a good amount of sleep for that, I should probably end it here. Then in that case, I am gonna need to find somebody to raid. What's up, Pico? Raid your friend. Oh, okay. I do need to see who's live though. Ooh, Tatsu's playing Apex. I kind of want to raid into Reina, but she's doing like a reading stream, and I don't know how many people are actually interested in basically listening to an audiobook as a stream. Love Reina to death. I don't know how many people are super interested in that though, unfortunately. Well, no, I don't mean that in a bad way or whatever, but just like as a raid thing. Yeah, that's very true too. You know what, yeah, it's been a while since I've raided into Reina anyway. Alright, we're gonna raid into Reina. And at least according to the title, she is reading a book called 50 Shades of Hot Dogs. So, do with that as you will. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a great night. This was a lot of fun. And if they're cool with me streaming or grinding, then I will be back tomorrow extremely early. And I will see you all then. Maybe, if you're not asleep.